I survived 100 days in hardcore Minecraft in the new 1.17 update, and this is what happened. I created the world with great difficulties in coming up with a decent name for the world. After successfully deciding the name, I loaded into the game admiring the new skin I had made to match the name of our character. We spawned near an ocean, so as an ordinary Minecraft player, I started to punch some trees to get a boat to roam the great ocean and also craft some basic tools. As I ventured into the massive ocean, I came up against a shipwreck, so of course I dove in to see what was in the depths. So we found a treasure map, some carrots, emeralds, gold, lapis, iron and some bottle of enchanting. Not a bad start. Then I continued the journey, took some sugarcane to make paper in the future and then ventured off to find land. I got a bit lost in the ocean, but after some time I found some land and immediately crafted iron tools. My next mission was to find a suitable place to build a base, so I went on for a little adventure. I found a desert, and in that desert a ruined nether portal, or whatever the hell that thing is. I didn't find a chest at first, so I figured it would be buried under the sand, so I dug around the portal and then finally found a chest containing some more awesome loot. The journey continued into a cave where I found our first pieces of coal to smelt stuff and make torches. But torches are not so necessary for vision because I have my gamma set off to the max to see better in the dark. Helps me and you to see better. After I had collected all the coal, I still hadn't found a nice place to build a base. Luckily, as I continued to search such a place, I came across a village. As a friendly traveler, I stole the villagers' hay bales, made some wheat to make bread, took their nice looking terracotta blocks and slept in their beds. As I woke up to day 2, I found a nice place to start building a base. I put the nice looking terracotta blocks to mark the entrance to our house and where the doors would be. The idea was to create a circle-like house and covered with wood and other new blocks that was included in the new 1.17 update. I created the first floor before the end of the day and then went to bed in the comfort of our furnace heated home where sand was melting into glass. On day 3 I found a cave just outside of our base, so of course this curious little fella wanted to go and explore it. So I spent the days 3 through 5 in the cave collecting materials, killing mobs and trying to gather blocks to decorate the base. As soon as I came back to the base, I forgot that I had my gamma to the maximum, making the game look like it's daylight all the time to make the viewing experience better. That meant that mobs could still spawn into areas which didn't have a light source, and that one place I forgot to light up was the inside of my house. I didn't have enough firepower to kill all the mobs inside the base, so I had to go to the village and spend the night there. It's okay. On day 6 I made the floor look a bit better with the new black stone introduced in the new 1.17 update. While doing that I crafted myself some iron armor to keep myself safe in case something bad happened. Then I went back into the caves to get more blackstone to finish off the decor. That took the rest of the day fighting the mobs while going in and out of the cave. On day 7 I created a sugarcane farm to make some books in the future, but spoiler alert, this proved to be very useless. But anyway, after the farm was finished, I made some more details into the flooring, but I soon found out that the house wasn't symmetrical, so I had to fix that. That was the task for the rest of the day, and then we were on to day number 8. Day 8 was spent finishing the flooring and building a nice looking glass ceiling that was inspired by some imaginary building inside my head. As soon as that was done, again I went back into the caves, but this time it was to create a strip mine to get some diamonds to prepare ourselves for the future. Days 9 through 12 I spent most of my time collecting diamonds and the end result was pretty amazing.
Ooh, diamonds, nice. Nice. Oh, even more diamonds. Oh my god, nice. Now we're cooking. Yeah.
The reason I stayed so long down in the mine was only because I stumbled onto a mine shaft that had dozens of spider spawners and other mobs, but not so many diamonds. I went around the mine shaft looking for loot and other valuables, but didn't find anything noteworthy. To my surprise, I did find 18 diamonds to craft a lot of diamond tools. Cool. So, after the adventure was finished, I went back home, made myself some diamond tools and a diamond chestplate for that extra protection against mobs. And on day 13 I went back into the strip mine to get the last pieces of diamonds to create a full set of diamond armor. It took me the whole day to find all the necessary diamonds to complete that mission.
Do this. Boom, yeah.
And after I made my return, a ninja creeper decided to nearly end my life in the spot. Jesus.
What the fuck? Holy shit.
On day 14 I started a cow farm next to our base and then completed the roof with black stone for some cool looking effect. Or so I would have thought in my own head. The end result was quite questionable, let's just say it like that. Days 15 through 16 was spent mostly searching for villages, loot and other stuff to create a nice map inside my head to know what kind of a neighborhood I was in. I found a ruined portal with little loot, a pyramid or what the hell that thing is called with all the TNT inside it that goes boom when you step on the plate. But yeah, I found a god apple and some other enchantments. Cool. And then, when I came back from the pyramid, I found another village. But again, I took their wheat, and once that was done, I headed back home with all the amazing loot we had found. On day 17, I got an idea to create an enchanting room with a portal room going from inside of our house all the way down to diamond level. So I got to work and made a nice looking place downstairs. Did something with the design, nothing too fancy, just practical, and that took the whole day. Day 18 was spent in the ravine we had found and collected obsidian to create a portal inside the portal room. But after I had collected all the needed obsidian, I went back home, built the portal, lit it up, and then went in to see what we were up against. And as soon as I went in, I said f*** it, I'm out, and decided to quit the game. But on day 19 I came back to conquer the nether and immediately started trading with piglins with all the gold that I had found somewhere at some point. Yeah, I don't know. But anyhow, I didn't get anything good, so I decided to continue my adventure forward. The objective was to find a fortress and kill some blazes to get those oh sweet blaze rods. Then I shot a ghast with amazing accuracy. Whoa, look at that.
Ooh, what a shot.
On day 20, I finally found a fortress after some time searching for it.
Oh. Cool.
Then I went to work and started the search for a blaze spawner. I went around killing all the inhabitants of the place for 2 straight days, but that didn't help me find the blaze spawner. So after that killing frenzy, I got kinda bored, so I went back to our portal, created a strip mine to blow some stuff up with the TNT we had found from the pyramid to have a chance of finding ancient debris. And in fact, we did find one ancient debris, woo! Then I went back home, stored all the unnecessary items we had found and went back in for another run to find the blaze spawner. Days 23 through 24 I fought a lot of mobs and was worried about my health because the mobs kept on coming and coming. I ran to safety after I had had enough of the mobs and was eager to find the blaze spawner. I found an isle that sounded like it had many blazes in it, but there were none. So I figured that there must be a spawner nearby, somewhere within these walls. So I started digging all around me and after a while I found it. Whoa, yeah! I quickly blocked the blazes with blocks so they wouldn't make me into Swiss cheese and continued to work on a strategy to defeat the blazes to get enough blaze rods. The strategy was quickly forgotten as I stormed my way into the spawner and started killing all the blazes. it wasn't such a smart idea because I almost died and had to eat a god apple, so yeah. Then I collected enough blaze rods to go back, and on the way to the portal I collected some quartz for some EXP and continued to explore for the sake, for why the hell not, you know? Then I swam in lava because of my fat fingers kept smashing the keyboard in all the wrong ways, so yeah. Then I headed back to the portal, finally, and then put all the collected materials in this awfully organized chest. On day 25, I had the amazing idea to find a stronghold to get myself lots of books for the enchanting room. And this is where I realized the sugarcane farm was all useless, because I could find tons of books in the stronghold libraries. So I set foot to find the stronghold and went on to the way the eye offender told me to go. I missed the mark for the first time, but after a second ender throw I saw the way and tried my luck to go down, and before I knew it, we were in the stronghold and voila, yeah.
Oh, there we go. Nice.
The rest of days from 25 to 30 was spent searching for libraries and other stuff in the stronghold. I found the library, took the books and then set myself off to find the end portal itself. I quickly realized that the stronghold had one too many mobs and struggled to fight against them. And the silverfish kept on spawning and spawning and spawning from these stupid blocks, and god, I hate them. But after I had fought a lot of these stupid landfish, I found the portal and broke the spawner to get all the needed peace and quiet. I took note how many eyes would be needed to complete the portal, but it's kinda unnecessary if you think of it, cause you always bring like a million eyes to complete the portal unless you are speedrunning, yeah. Then I dug my way back up from the stronghold, and when I got up I built this giant nether tower to mark the location where the portal entrance was.
What the hell is going on there? Damn.
But before the end of day 30, as I started to travel my way back home, to my surprise I found some wolves. And luckily I had some bones with me, so I tried to tame it and voila, we got a pet wolf, and it's known as a dog.
Woohoo! First try, nice. Alright, let's head back home.
So I went back home, slapped the dog with a name tag, and here we have Doxy. It's kinda cringe, but I named it because it rhymes with sexy, you know. On day 31, I crafted bookshelves with the books we had found from the stronghold to make our enchanting room worth the while to get some awesome enchantments for our armor and tools. As soon as the bookshelves were added, I enchanted the chestplate with Unbreaking 3, but got unlucky and didn't get any extra enchantments. I did the same with the leggings, but then I got luckier and got Protection 4 as an additional enchantment. Then we had enough levels to enchant one more item, and I chose the boots, and that was the most lucky piece out of the 3. So we got Unbreaking 3, Protection 4 and Death Strider as the enchantments. Yes, yes, yes. But the only piece we didn't get to enchant was our helmet and tools because I didn't have enough levels.
Oh, but I don't have enough levels. God damn it. Okay, gotta go and level up my sheesshh needs.
On day 32, I went on to make trades with villagers to get the mending books for our armor and tools. So I went on to the nearest village, made them fletchers and started to chop down wood. I got a nice set of 32 emeralds from the first batch of trading, but I realized it would be wise to enchant the axe first to get the most use out of it in this situation. So I went back home, went to the nether to get some quartz to get myself to level 30 and then enchant the axe. I got lucky with the enchantments again and got Unbreaking 3 with Efficiency 4 and Fortune 2 as our main enchants. Nice. Now that we had the axe ready to go, I went back to trading, and the trading lasted for an amazing 7 days before I could get my hands on all the necessary mending books. Here's the fast version of all of it, yeah. After that was finished, I went back home, but I noticed that what's the use of having these mending books when I don't have enough levels and my main tools hadn't been enchanted yet. So, on day 41 I went back to the nether to collect quartz for 2 days to get levels to enchant the rest of our gear. When I got to level 33, I had a change in my head that I wanted only the pickaxe to be enchanted because I could use it to mine efficiently in the nether to find more ancient debris. So I did just that. I went back home, enchanted the pickaxe with some great stats, but it only lacked the Fortune 3 stat, which I really wanted, so that meant I would have to trade once again to get a Fortune 3 book trade. So on day 42 I placed and broke the lectern until I got a Fortune 2 trade. I could combine the 2 books to get a Fortune 3 enchantment, so why not? And then I went to go get some wood to complete the trades. Then after that was done, I went back to the base to combine the books to get Fortune 3 and then put it on my pickaxe, yeah.
There we go, finally! Fortune 3. Woo.
On day 45 I decided to put the Fortune 3 pickaxe into good use and get a lot more gold nuggets from golden blocks to trade with piglins to get spectral arrows and ender pearls. That turned out to be a semi-bust, but the quick version is that we got 6 ender pearls and a stack and a half of spectral arrows. As I came back on the 46th day, I noticed that the cow farm had gotten a bit too busy, so I had to thin the herd. Then I had an idea to start a sheep farm to create a lot of beds to use them for mining ancient debris. And again, spoiler alert, this again turns out to be a big bust. Again, I went back to the nether to strip mine in hopes to find ancient debris, and while being there I became a hot tourist. Woo!
I'm a tourist, yeah baby. Woo.
And I did find 2 more ancient debris, so yeah. And when I came back, I realized that I still hadn't enchanted my shovel and sword, so I went to work and went to get some levels from the nether again mining quartz. So I spent the days 47 and 48 mining quartz and exploring the nether because I was bored. And after I got my levels, I enchanted my sword and shovel with some really good enchantments.
Unbreaking, oh nice.
And on day 49 I put the last mending book on the diamond sword, crafted some fireworks for the elytra and headed into the end to fight the ender dragon. This was my first ever time fighting the ender dragon in a hardcore mode, so this got me a little sweaty, not gonna lie.
Let's eat some bread first. Alright, let's go. Woo.
The battle didn't last that long, but after landing a few critical hits, the dragon was done and finished, yeah!
Die! Yeah, there we go. Woo! Nice!
Then I took all the experience the dragon gave us and took the dragon egg to take it with us as a memory of this memorable day.
Here we go, we got the dragon egg. Nice!
Then I had to kill a few endermen to get some ender pearls to go into a gateway in order for us to travel into the End Islands to find an elytra. After that was finished, I towered up to the gateway, threw the ender pearl into it and voila, I was in.
Ooh, okay.
Then started a long search for an end city with a flying boat where the elytra spawns.
Where is it? Oh my god.
But after a few days of traveling, we were able to find one.
Oh, is that a ship? It seems like it is. Yeah, it is. Nice. Cool. Okay, so it did take a while, but it's okay. It's okay. We finally found it. Okay.
The city had tons and tons of shulkers, so I killed most of them to get shulker shells to make shulker boxes that are very useful. And as soon as I had cleared the main building, it was time to go and take the elytra from the flying boat. And in that boat we got the elytra and I found better enchanted tools, so I decided to make a switcheroo with my own tools.
We got the elytra, boys. Yeah. Nice. Cool. Now we can fly back home and yeah.
Then I flew back to the portal, completed the game, spawned home, put the dragon egg on top of our base and then prepared the mine for ancient debris in the nether.
Ow. There we go. Looking quite ugly, but it's okay.
And on days 56 through 62, nothing really special happened in the midst of me trying to find ancient debris. I mined until I got 16 pieces of ancient debris, but you might ask, why only 16 when 36 is needed to complete a whole set of netherite tools? I got bored, okay? I got bored. My luck had changed for the worst and it took a hella long time to find all the pieces, although I was using the most efficient method without TNT, which is doing this 4x2 mining. Yeah, you can see. But anyway, after we had found the 16 pieces of ancient debris, I went home, I turned them into netherite scrap, made them into netherite ingots, and then crafted a full set of netherite armor. Cool.
Nice. Cover me in debris. Yeah. There we go. Nice. Woo.
And on day 63 I noticed that I was the biggest dumbass ever and I had messed something with the audio, so there is no audio for the rest of the video, but I will put some music on top of this and I don't know. But anyhow, I also noticed that I hadn't traded enough mending books for the items that needed the enchantment. And one of them was the elytra. So I headed to chop down wood and crafted sticks until I got enough emeralds to trade for a mending book. And on day 64, when the trading was completed, I grabbed myself from the neck, went back to the nether to finish gathering all the needed ancient debris to create the last set of netherite tools. This time it didn't take that long, but still it took a reasonable amount of time. After I had gathered all the ancient debris, I went back home, made the netherite ingots and then finished the full set of netherite tools. Yeah. On day 67 I had the brilliant idea of getting wither skulls to fight the wither, but to increase my chances of getting wither skulls from wither skeletons, I would need to get a looting 3 enchantment on my sword. So I went to work and found another village nearby to assign villagers as librarians. And somehow my luck had again taken a turn for the worst. You sadly can't hear the reactions I was having while breaking and placing the lectern in order to get the right enchantment trade, but you didn't miss anything too important. But at the end of the day it took 6 days for me to get the enchantment, but we move. Then came the main event on day 74. I traveled back into the nether to get wither skulls from wither skeletons. With an increase in the drop rate of wither skulls, it still took a long time to get all 3 to summon the infamous wither. But on day 80 I finally obtained all the wither skulls and then I fought the wither. But I'm so pissed off because you couldn't hear my reactions while fighting this thing. It was a chaos. But luckily we didn't die and we got the nether star to make a beacon. Actually this is my first ever beacon ever in Minecraft, and you'll see that I will manage to f it up somehow, but no spoilers this time. As I came home on day 80 I wanted to make a beacon and that meant I needed a lot of iron. So then started the hunt of tons and tons of iron. After 3 days of going around ravines and caves, I came home to find a weird party of men with banners, and they made these weird noises, but you have no audio, so I'll play a clip right here. So, as the irons were smelting, I decided to fight a raid, because why not? The village needed protection, so I was there to help them fight. Although it's kinda counterproductive because I am the one who started the raid, but who cares? And the raid lasted for 2 full days, and here are the main highlights. what a montage. But moving on to day 85. I needed a lot of iron and I didn't realize how much of it I actually needed. So days 85 through all the way to day 98, I went all around the caves, ravines, you name it, I went through it all. God. After all that was completed, I could finally build the beacon on day 99. But as I finished it, I noticed it was a bit wonky. The beacon wasn't centered and my OCD kicked in and I stated something in the lines of "Fuck this shit, I'm out." So, on day 100 the journey was finished and I wanted to finish it all. So I built a big tower and jumped down to pay for my sins. Psych!